okay? If you want to learn how to beat your face like the Instagram baddies, you don't need no other video. This is the video. It's like, no. That's how they be doing with the transitions. What it do, baby? Your homegirl, Millionaire Nani, and today, what I will be doing, giving a tutorial on how to beat your face very flawlessly. No more talking, all the doing, okay? First and foremost, we are just gonna start. We're gonna hop right into it. We ain't gonna talk too much, because I talk too much. So if I start talking too much, just start skipping through me, okay? Because I talk too much. I know. What I'm first gonna start off doing is moisturizing. We're giving the girls a very simple tutorial. We don't need no special products. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been really stressing over stuff that doesn't matter. So I'm trying to take myself back to the basics and tap back in to why I started this YouTube channel. I love YouTube so much. I don't want to give it up. And my life is growing away from YouTube. It's okay to grow, but I'm trying not to grow out of what I actually want in life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to grow too far. But I'm talking too much. What I say, skip through me, okay? So anyway, we're hopping right into our eyebrow. If y'all didn't see me bleaching my hair, go ahead. It's gonna be somewhere up there. But I did bleach my eyebrows. So this is actually an eyebrow tint that I did on myself, and it's kind of wearing off. So to compensate for that, we are just gonna dip right into a brown powder and give ourselves some hair strokes. Bam. Simple. I'm about to show you how to become an Instagram bag, okay? If you want to learn how to beat your face like the Instagram baddies, you don't need no other video. This is the video. It's like, no. That's how they be doing with the transitions. But anyway, let me stop playing, and we're gonna so with your brush, an angled brush I will add, I'm just dipping into a brown shadow. Now if you don't have eyebrows, if you don't already have eyebrow hairs, you're gonna have to work a little bit harder, but this method is gonna work for you. What you do, you just keep putting brush strokes on your brows until they're filled in. So if your brows were lighter than this, you would just keep stroking. You see what I mean? So you see that? You see what I mean? So that's what our eyebrows are looking like. Lie to you not, without me talking, this entire makeup look can take 20 minutes or less. If you're not a makeup connoisseur, then it's going to take a little long. But once you start learning your face, it's so simple. It's so simple. We are going to take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer Satin Finish in the color Medium Sand. I like to take a concealer that is a shade or two lighter than my skin complexion, so that way we can give our face some dimension. Now let's talk about colors. It's gonna clean up your eyebrow. When matching your foundation and matching your concealer, you have to understand one thing and one thing only, and then after that, it's very easy to find the shade that you need. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 shades darker or lighter, because it will always blend with your face. Here is the secret: finding your undertone. Okay, I can do a whole separate video on finding your undertone and how to match your foundations and your concealers to your face, so that way you're not looking like a ghost. Use a shade or 2 lighter underneath your brow to give your brow that lift. That lift on your eyebrows, so that way, you know, it lifts it up. So if we do a before, this is what it was looking like before, and this is what it's looking like now. This helps give you that lift. Pro tip: you don't want to be sitting there spending 10 million hours carving out your eyebrows. Do your eyebrow shape one time and then move on. Don't sit there and obsess over it. Now, when I'm doing makeup for pictures, yes, I will sit there and obsess over every little thing. But if I'm just trying to get out the door, you don't need to sit there and obsess over every little detail, because it may look like a huge imperfection now, but keep in mind, once it all comes together, once the bigger picture is done, it's gonna look beautiful together. We're finished our eyebrows. We are going to take a blending brush. Everything that I'm using today is mostly from the drugstore. If it's not, I will give you guys a dupe from the drugstore. Using a Real Techniques setting brush. It's 402. This one's dirty. Don't be like me. Make sure you're using clean brushes. Blend that concealer all the way down on my eyelids. Now again, since we're doing just an everyday baddie look, we don't want to be sitting here for 10 million years. No, we don't have 10 million hours to waste on the day, okay? Okay. Concealer is going to double up as our eyeshadow base. Now, forget the eyes for a second. We're just gonna go right into skin. Bam! I'm working on level of importance. If I was gonna be doing a more in-depth eyeshadow look, of course, I would do my eyeshadow first, but I'm not doing this crazy eyeshadow look, so there's no reason to spend 10 years on our eyes, right? Yes. So I'm gonna be concealing underneath my eyes first. Everybody knows about the triangle underneath the eyes, but you don't always need a triangle. So I'm gonna take it down there, and then I'm gonna do a couple little dots right there. Put some on my lips, on the side of my lips to brighten that area up, and then down the bridge of my nose. That's all I need. That's all I need, baby. And you're just gonna blend that out. Okay, so you see that already? You see how that brightens my face up? I don't even have foundation on yet. And I actually used a little bit too much concealer. So we're gonna pick it up with our beauty blender. But yeah, less is more. You don't need much product at all. And if you take care of your skin and you curate a skincare routine for yourself, you won't even need to use much makeup at all because your skin will already be looking as good as it's looking, okay? We'll talk about that in a different video. So now that we look like a powdered donut and our face is not matching our neck, it's okay. We're gonna take our contour color and we're gonna do 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. To chisel out our cheeks, I'm taking an angled brush. This is from Wet n Wild. It's like a cheap, I think I got it at the dollar store on a work trip one time because I didn't have my brushes. It's literally, you don't need expensive things to make yourself look beautiful, okay? What I'm gonna do is just pat it. I'm not dragging, I'm not blending quite yet. I'm just patting the product so that way I can start distributing it where I want it to go. So for me, I like to take what's left on my brush and put it down the bridges of my nose, down the bridge of my nose or whatever. And then we can start really blending that. Blending that face, okay? I know it looks crazy. 1 second, y'all. But yeah, I was just blending out my face. Now I know I look a little crazy. There's all types of shadows and stuff, but bear with me. I was watching this painting video how to create skin, and the guy, I don't remember his name who I was watching, but the way he paints, and I'm gonna just tell y'all real quick, I'm just adding my foundation to any of the places that didn't get any product yet, and then a little bit in the middle of my face. All right, so like I was saying, because my camera, I ran out of storage on my iPhone. Long story short though, you want to put the foundation anywhere that you just want to put your foundation on. That's gonna give you a flawless beat down, and everything's gonna look blended, because you see how there's like that shadow there, and then as you blend it in, it's just gonna kind of disappear, but you still have that contour shadow. And then once you go back in with all of your powders, talk about it once we get to our powders. But anyway, long story short, I was saying, I was watching this guy paint, and for all skin tones, he uses all shades. Even on dark skinned women, he's using like nude colors, nude and pinks and reds and stuff like that. When I seen that, I was like, wow, I think I could definitely apply this to makeup. And I've said this in the past, but I've never heard big makeup artists say this, so I didn't think it like meant anything. But I always feel like you don't really need to match your foundation. Like, matching foundation is all like a facade. And because I've been able to use foundations that are like 10 shades lighter than me and still make them look exactly how they need to look. And when I was professionally doing makeup full time, I had like 3 different foundations. So yeah, anyway, so like when I was doing professional makeup or whatever, I had like 5 shades of foundation. I didn't have too many shades of foundation, and I was still able to do everybody's makeup, people ranging from very fair all the way up to dark skin. So I say all that to say, if you learn your undertones and everything like that, I'm gonna do a whole separate video. We're gonna stop this. You talk too much. And make sure you're blending the foundation into your jawline as well. That's our foundation. When I'm doing Instagram pictures, I actually layer more makeup on, but we're not doing Instagram pictures. We're just doing everyday baddie. Like, you can go to work in this. You can live your life. You could go to work in this if you wanted to. I like to spray in between wet and dry, just so that way I can make sure everything is all blended together correctly. Now that I've actually did my first layer, I'm gonna go back in just a little bit with a concealer that's super duper light, just to give myself a very highlighted feel. When people compliment my makeup, this is what I do. So people are like, oh my gosh, your face looks so good. I lied, y'all know. I'm gonna insert the screenshot. I met this guy in Virginia, and he's like, I can't believe you're only 23. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, your skin. Okay, I take care of myself. And then I was just laughing because I was like, I wonder if he knew I was wearing makeup. You know, some guys are very slow, so they don't realize that my face is all chiseled and defined because I have all this makeup on. But also, my makeup has been looking very skin-like lately, so I should take that as a What I'm doing now is taking a skin tone powder and I'm pressing that into my face. This is not me setting. This is me setting my face, but this is to help blend everything else. So you'll see what I mean. It's helping take away the excess shine, but it's not giving me much of a highlight. What I'm gonna do now is go back in with a very light shade. So these are the Maybelline powders. And I'm gonna bake my eyes a little bit. Putting the skin tone powder underneath first will actually stop that flashback. Stop you from having that white cast underneath your eyes, and it's just gonna look brightened. Bright but not white. We don't want to look like we have chalk and powder sitting on top of our face. Okay, sis? Lastly, I'm gonna take so these are the powders I took. I have all of them. I have the light, medium, and dark. So I use the medium to press it in. I use the light to like bake. And now I'm gonna take the dark to contour my face a little bit. And this is what saves me time. Is not having like a million different eyeshadows and stuff. I put that down the bridge of my nose, on the sides of my nose a little bit. And also pressing in that powder, like I said, is gonna help this blend seamlessly. And it's not gonna be picking up your makeup. I don't know if you've ever tried to put powder on top of wet, but like if you try to blend it, it doesn't work. So. And I like to put it on my chin a little bit, just to get rid of that white cast. And then I'm gonna take my foundation brush again, just to help blend everything in, going back and forth, back and forth. And then you can even wipe off that powder a little bit down there. Now, quickly, because like I said, we're not doing an eyeshadow look, I'm taking that dark powder and whatever's left in the lid, I'm gonna wipe that onto my eyes. You can get rid of that crease if you have creasing like me. It doesn't really matter. And then with the same fluffy brush, I'm just gonna define my nose a little bit more. And I feel like just putting brown on your eyes kind of helps finish off your makeup look. I don't ever leave my eyes bare. If I'm not gonna do the brown, I'm definitely gonna do a liner, but I always do something on my eyes just to make it look not bare. So yeah. Now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just blend everything away and blend everything together and kind of prepping myself for blush, okay? So you guys can see my face is looking, how it's looking. If you want to chisel out your cheekbones, you can. I feel like the last steps are kind of like more so for preference. But yeah, so you can chisel out your cheekbones if you want to. I do not let that sit. So we're gonna buff that away just as fast as we did it. Just as fast as we put it there. If you ever feel like you have a cast, you kind of see how that powder is still sitting there. You can always just take your foundation brush. So I'm gonna spray. And while that is still damp, you can just go ahead with your powder brush and kind of just press everything in to get rid of that powdery look. And then last but not least, I'm gonna take a little bit of blush, smile a little bit. And take notice how between almost every single powder step, I usually use my foundation brush to help everything blend. I like to add my blush after I set my face just because I feel like it really, really helps it look natural and make it look like, you know, I'm blushing from within. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of highlighter while my face is still damp, and I kind of just tap that in, tap in. I don't like that super highlighted look anymore. I don't know. Kind of just grew out of it. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm gonna line my lips, do my lashes, and I will be right back. All right, this is what we're looking like. I'm gonna flip my camera around.